Is done, create jobs, help communities, and failure isn't an option.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Good morning, America. Hurricane Michael closing in. The outer bands hitting Florida at this hour as the storm takes aim at the Gulf Coast. States of emergency are already declared in Florida and Alabama, and mandatory evacuations underway. As fears grow, the storm surge could reach 12 feet. We're live in the storm zone with the new track and timing just in.
Also this morning, new clues in that horrific limo crash that killed 20 people. A criminal investigation now underway. What we're learning about the driver, his past, and the vehicle that failed an inspection as thousands gather to remember the victims overnight. President Trump holds a ceremonial swearing in overnight for Justice Kavanaugh, calling him the victim of a hoax. Will Trump use this as a rallying cry for the midterms?
Deadly flu alert. Doctors sounded the alarm after this young lawyer dies from flu complications on the heels of the deadliest flu season in nearly 4 decades.
And who dat? Who dat?
What a way to do it!
Overnight, New Orleans Saints QB Drew Brees soaring into the record books, passing Peyton Manning with this touchdown.
Wide open. Wide open! Greatness.
The celebration. His family there by his side. What he told his children just moments after making history.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Good morning, America. Hope you're well this Tuesday morning. I know one person who is.
The smile says it all. I'm a proud Saints fan, and couldn't happen to a better guy, Drew Brees. Setting the record as he did, and the Saints with a big victory. He and his wife, Brittany, are just wonderful for the city of New Orleans. They're so philanthropic and everything that they do.
And he's wonderful for the NFL, for everything. He's such a good man. So congrats to him. He deserves it all.
That's right. We're going to have more on that ahead. But first, of course, want to get right to Hurricane Michael taking aim at the Gulf Coast. Take a live look at the satellite. Florida is already feeling the effects. The outer bands are hitting Key West.
People are racing to escape Panama City, where the hurricane is expected to make landfall. Traffic has been building up since Monday, ahead of this morning's mandatory evacuation.
Here's what we know right now. States of emergency have been declared in Florida and Alabama. At least 120,000 people in order to evacuate. The storm expected to make landfall as a major Category 3 hurricane. Of course, Ginger is tracking it all. She starts us off. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning, George. This beast is entering prime conditions for intensification. So as we see it, just about 400 miles south of Panama City, it is headed north right into the Panhandle. Timing-wise, it is tomorrow, so you have to be done with all of your preps today. You have to be out today. It's the end. And anywhere from Charleston to Tampa to Biloxi, you have to be on alert because well beyond the cone, the impacts will be felt. But the main impacts, the winds of up to 120 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon, come on. So Apalachicola, St. Teresa, St. Mark's, Tallahassee, all on high alert for that storm surge and the winds that'll take off even roofs at this point. The surge from Indian Pass to Cedar Key could reach 8 to 12 feet, 6 to 9 feet right there in Panama City Beach, where Rob Marciano is. You know, I'm headed down with you, Rob, but people are headed out of that beach right now.
They are, and they don't have a whole lot of time, Ginger. As you know, these storms in October, they can fire up quickly. They can fire up close to shore, so it doesn't give us a lot of time to prep to what could be a major Category 3 hurricane. You know, we were just down here at the very beginning of hurricane season when Tropical Storm Alberto was coming ashore. Thankfully, that weekend, it came in with a whimper, but folks here know that Michael is a completely different animal, and they are getting out.
This morning, Hurricane Michael taking aim at the U.S. Gulf Coast. The quickly developing storm already lashing the coasts of Mexico and Cuba with whipping winds and drenching rain. NOAA hurricane hunters have been flying right through the heart of the storm, taking vital measurements to help predict what Hurricane Michael will do next. And they're saying the worst is yet to come.
We're getting winds close to 100 miles per hour. Unfortunately, all the indications are that it's going to continue to strengthen a lot overnight and throughout the day tomorrow.
Now the storm is in the Gulf, heading towards the U.S. Michael's outer bands already reaching Key West and Alabama. President Trump warning residents to be aware and listen up.
We are working with state and local officials in Florida to take all necessary precautions.
These cars leaving Panama City Beach stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic for miles, getting a head start on what is now a mandatory evacuation. And then there are these residents in Tallahassee and a line of cars around the block at gas stations waiting hours for fuel, while other Florida residents prepping sandbags to protect their property and stocking up at grocery stores for what is sure to be a damaging storm.
Not just damaging, could be historic. The last major hurricane to come through Panama City was Dennis back in 2005. That did almost $4 billion in damages. Tourism, a multi-billion-dollar industry as well. This pier is normally rocking with that. These beaches are lined with hotels up and down here, and those folks are trying to get out as well. The oil rigs, they've been evacuated. They've been moved. They've been shut down. Airplanes at the Air Force bases have been moved as well. They say you can hide from the wind, but you have to run from the water. In the case of Hurricane Michael, it's not a bad idea to do both. No offense, buddy.
Well, hey, I was wondering who named this storm, but Rob, you be safe yourself down there because Michael can be a little traumatic. All right, while the wind and the rain are expected to cause plenty of damage, it's a storm surge that really has the coastal regions concerned. ABC's Victor Oquendo is in Apalachicola, Florida, where they are expecting up to 12-foot surges. Good morning to you, Victor.
Good morning. That's right, Michael. 12 feet of storm surge possible. That is the big concern here along the coast. And just to give you an idea of what that would look like, imagine this boat completely underwater. This marina still needs to get cleared out. A lot of these boats will have no chance against Hurricane Michael. We should start feeling the first of those tropical storm force winds in just a matter of hours. This county not taking any chances. There is a mandatory evacuation in place. The Emergency Operations Center will be busing people out of town later this morning, and they are calling that a one-time opportunity. Time is quickly running out here. Michael?
All right, thank you so much. Time is of the essence. Robin?
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Florida Governor Rick Scott is declaring a state of emergency in 35 counties across that state, calling on residents to prepare right now. And he joins us now from Tallahassee. First of all, Governor, I know it's a very busy morning for you and other authorities, so we appreciate you spending some time with us. I know how important it is to continue to get the word out. Can you tell us the latest preparations that are going on right now in your state?
Sure, Robin. We are about 12 hours away from starting to feel the impacts of this. I think we're working diligently to try to get everybody to understand the potential of 12 feet of storm surge in some areas is just deadly. I mean, just think about, if you just think of those, we've seen those pictures of tsunamis coming in, that's just what, 2 or 3 feet, and that's deadly. We're going to see it all along the Panhandle. We haven't seen anything like this in the Panhandle in decades.
And we know that there have been mandatory as well as voluntary evacuations in those threatened areas. Do you anticipate that there will be more evacuation orders?
I think we are monitoring today. I'm talking to the local counties, the local sheriffs, the local mayors, to just push everybody to make sure and make decisions as quickly as possible. We don't want our roads to get clogged. We want to make sure everybody can evacuate. We're making sure we continue to have fuel all across the state. With Irma last year, it was 9 feet down the Keys, and water just flows in fast and sucks everything out. You cannot survive this. No one's going to survive. You know, if you get 7, 10, you're not going to survive this. Don't take a chance.
You are very concerned, and rightfully so, of the storm surge. And I don't have to tell you, you know that there are many people who are in coastal areas, and they say that they have evacuated before and nothing happened, and they want to ride this one out. So what is your specific message to those folks?
Think about your family. They don't take a chance. You know, what if it's worse than what they think? I mean, this storm is monstrous. You know, Robin, we haven't seen anything like this in the Panhandle in decades. And if you take the part of this that's going to hit, it's a very low-lying area. The water is going to come in quite a ways, could come in miles because it's very low-lying. So why would you take a chance?
Well, thank you, Governor Scott. I hope people are listening to you in your state and in that area and are listening to your words. And I know that today is a day to take action and to get out of that area. Governor Scott, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Robin.
You take care. George?
Okay, Robin, to Washington now, where Justice Brett Kavanaugh is taking a seat on the Supreme Court today after a ceremonial swearing in at the White House last night, where President Trump showcased his nominee and signaled Kavanaugh's confirmation battle will be his rallying cry for the midterms. Our senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega has the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, George, good morning to you. You know, usually these Supreme Court swearing-in ceremonies are ceremonies of pomp and circumstance, kind of somber occasions. Not last night. President Trump was fired up. This was a victory lap for him that he is using. He's hoping it helps rally his supporters before the midterms.
It was a swearing-in fit for prime time, a dramatic entrance by the president and his Supreme Court pick. The other 8 justices there looking on, the applause from supporters roaring. And it was all just for show. Justice Kavanaugh had actually been officially sworn in over the weekend. But with the nation watching, President Trump wanted to deliver a message.
On behalf of our nation, I want to apologize to Brett and the entire Kavanaugh family for the terrible pain and suffering you have been forced to endure. Those who step forward to serve our country deserve a fair and dignified evaluation, not a campaign of political and personal destruction based on lies and deception.
And this declaration.
Our country, a man or a woman, must always be presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. You, sir, under historic scrutiny, were proven innocent. Thank you.
But Justice Brett Kavanaugh was never proven innocent, and while the president now says Kavanaugh was victimized by a hoax, less than 2 weeks ago he declared accuser Christine Blasey Ford a credible witness.
I thought her testimony was very compelling, and she looks like a very fine woman to me. Very fine woman. She was a very credible witness. She was very good in many respects.
Kavanaugh now speaking publicly for the first time since that combative testimony on Capitol Hill.
This confirmation process has become a national disgrace.
Now striking a very different tone.
The Senate confirmation process was contentious and emotional. That process is over. My focus now is to be the best justice I can be. I take this office with gratitude and no bitterness.
And as if speaking directly to his doubters, he offered this.
Women still face many barriers in the American workplace, and all of us have a responsibility to address that problem. I'm proud that all 4 of my newly hired law clerks at the Supreme Court are women, a first in the history of the Supreme Court.
And to those who say he showed a temperament and political bias unfit for the bench,
I was not appointed to serve one party or one interest, but to serve one nation.
So, Cecilia, the justice now striking the right notes now, of course, very different from his confirmation hearings. What the president wants is for everybody to remember Kavanaugh 30 days from now at the midterms.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen a full arc here, George, from him saying that Christine Blasey Ford was credible to that stunning moment overnight where he declared Justice Kavanaugh innocent. That did not happen. The judge was not declared innocent. The president said outright yesterday, this is going to help him. Those fight for Kavanaugh will help Republicans in the midterms, George. This is a political line for him now that I do not think is going to go away anytime over the next few weeks.
Seems pretty clear. Cecilia Vega, thanks very much. Michael?
All right, thank you, George. And now to Meghan McCain, the emotional return to The View. The daughter of the late Senator John McCain, thanking viewers and her co-hosts for their support and delivering a powerful message about love, loss, and unity. ABC's Lindsay Davis has more.
None of us agree at this table on very much when it comes to politics in the world, but we are all sisters here supporting each other.
We got your back, girl.
But this is what America could be.
Meghan McCain making her emotional return to The View, the first time since her father's passing.
Well, I just want to start with you, Whoopi. My father loved you. He loved you. He really loved you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, baby. Take your time.
And take your time.
The daughter of Senator John McCain hasn't spoken publicly since delivering that powerful, passionate eulogy at his funeral.
My father is gone. My father is gone, and my sorrow is immense. But I know his life, and I know it was great because it was good.
The 33-year-old McCain sharing that her father's funeral was planned down to the last detail, adding that he would have been touched by the outpouring of love from the country.
All races, all ages, all creeds
out there with American flags, waving, saluting, praying, everyone. He would have loved it.
Today, McCain is adamant about carrying on her father's legacy.
I realized he made me this tough so I would survive this.
Ending with this passionate plea to the audience.
My father's final farewell address, he said, we're Americans and we never surrender. And that's how I feel. We can never surrender to what is happening in the country right now. I understand how divided and how scared a lot of people are, and that it looks like the fabric of democracy is fraying. We do not surrender. I'm not surrendering. You don't do it either, so you have to join me in not surrendering, okay? Because I'm still here fighting, and I want all of you to fight with me.
While there were a lot of tears, she certainly had a message of strength. McCain thanked her co-stars for their support and says that their friendships transcend their political differences. And isn't that a message that all of us could benefit from right now?
Amen. Amen to that. Thank you, Lindsay. Now to that record-setting night for Saints quarterback Drew Brees, blasting past Peyton Manning for the record, because Drew Brees is now the NFL's all-time leading passer. He did it in style right there with that touchdown toss. TJ Holmes is here with more on that. Good morning, TJ.
Hey, good morning, Robin. You all talked at the top of the show about how good of a guy he is, a good man Drew Brees is. Well, after this crowning achievement of his career last night, you know what this good man did? He took it and used it as a teaching moment for his kids.
What a way to do it!
With that 62-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Traquan Smith, Drew Brees wrote his name in the record books, moving ahead of Peyton Manning as the NFL's all-time passing yardage leader.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I love you, buddy.
After the record, Brees headed to those who matter most.
Hey, boys! How about that, huh? Yeah. How about that? Hey, I love you guys so much. Hey, you're going to accomplish anything in life you're willing to work for, right? I love you, boys. I love you.
Brees reached the record in front of the New Orleans home crowd, a crowd he helped rally after the devastation of Hurricane Katrina, leading the Saints to their first ever Super Bowl victory in 2010.
When he first came here, they desperately needed a hero, and he needed to be one.
Brees ended the game with the new record of 72,103 yards. And the man whose record he broke sent him a message.
For 1,000 days, I've held the record for all-time passing yards in the NFL. And I gotta tell you, it's been the greatest 1,000 days of my life. And thanks to you, that's over now, and you've ruined that for me. In all seriousness, Drew, congratulations on this record. You've done it the right way.
The ball he threw now is on its way to the Hall of Fame, where it will be enshrined forever.
There's only one word that comes to mind: greatness.
And it's great it happened there in New Orleans, but the guy who caught the ball, Traquan, that was his first NFL touchdown. You would normally get to keep that ball. It's not his. It's going to the Hall of Fame. He can go visit that ball.
People said Drew Brees was too small. He was injured when coming out of San Diego, all these things. But I love what he said to his sons right there.
Immediately.
Work hard work. And he has worked really hard for this.
I played against him many times, and I can't say how I think he beat us a lot more than we ever beat them. But what a tough competitor, and you realize every game you're going to get the best you ever had. Now we see the results of that.
That's a good night.
All right, thank you so much, TJ. And now we're going to go back to Ginger with more on Hurricane Michael.
Michael, 117-mile-per-hour gusts tomorrow afternoon in Apalachicola, 95 in Panama City, and it's not just there. It keeps going as a tropical storm force with gusts of 55 in Wilmington. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, here's Tuesday Trivia, sponsored by Sensodyne Pronamel.
We all want white teeth. You know, doc, how can I get whiter, brighter teeth? And the dentist really has to say, let's take a step back and talk about protecting your enamel. It's important to look after your enamel because it's the foundation for white teeth. I believe dentists will recommend Pronamel Strong and Bright because it's twofold. It strengthens your enamel, but then also it polishes away stains for whiter teeth. So it's really something that's a win-win for both the patient and the dentist.
Humid out the door with temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. If you have plans around lunchtime today, mostly cloudy, 79. There will be some peaks of sunshine. I think turning a little bit more overcast later this afternoon, maybe picking up the kids from the bus stop with temperatures right around 80. And will be mostly cloudy, still humid for any of your evening plans. But again, temperatures remaining 10 degrees above average in the lower 80s. Tomorrow we'll do it all over again. 82, rain likely on Thursday, and then breezy and much cooler by Friday.
Coming up, new details about that tragic limo crash that left 20 people dead. The company here live this morning.
Yes, we are twins. When I went onto Ancestry, I just put in the name of